Y'all hold up. Y'all got Sononi in the mix this time. So I'ma slide on in.
555 Rangers in space.
Is this episode 27? Because I'm having a weird case of
Deja vu, I just been this time before.
with far too much action, late delays, overworking, and that one guy who's become a franchise favorite. It's DonBrothers episode 27 part 2. So, episode 32. We start things off with Sononi having a pep talk with Sonoza on wanting revenge for Sonoi's demise at the hands of Taro. As the bros have some rooftop celebrations, the festivities are cut short with a firework projection of Sononi? P Bandai, where y'all at with those Sononi projectors? Because I'll buy your whole damn stock. Using her projectile messaging, she challenges Taro to a duel. Back with Sononi. Fusion! And Sonoza, they wake up Don Murasame from his sword nap, in the process giving us some more lore. They explain that Murasame is indeed created to mimic that of a Don clan member, and would be able to stand toe-to-toe with Taro. Thus, they use him for some training. While Taro does his day job, Jiro chimes in after hearing about the duel, wanting to partake. But, does he stand a chance now that Taro's been training behind the scenes? It's a challenge of blink and get hit, with whoever blinks first determining who goes for the blade. Jiro obviously loses and takes it up the management chain to Jin. Damn, I haven't seen you in a while, Jin. What you been up to? Jin explains exactly why Jiro can't match Taro. For one, well, Taro is Taro. And two, I was right. Explaining that if Jiro combines his two sides together, he will then come closer to matching Taro. Called it. We then go back to the Noto training that I just wanted to throw in just so I can see Angry Sononi. Drink up. We now join my new favorite character in the series. It's Minoru, the guy who previously was the Maji Ranger Hitotsuki and before that the Ninja Hitotsuki. Giving up on his ninja weakness until the shrooms hit and all the horses on his farm reinvigorate his passion, turning him into the Bokenger Hitotsuki. It's time to duel with a bad case of
Deja vu, I just been this time before.
with everyone anticipating the fight to be happening as the clock strikes noon. Meanwhile, waiting Sononi. Maybe I should wait to take a sip. 12:05 and more waiting Sononi. Upgrade. 12:30 and tired of waiting Sononi. I went back to the mini one. 1:25 and Taro's out here delivering packages. Once again, the workload's just gotten to be too much. Meanwhile, angry Sononi. I'm starting to run out of drinks here. And Taro missing out their duel with them. That's when Taro gets a bad case of
Deja vu, I just been this time before.
This time it's working Sononi. And Sonoza are here to assist with the packaging. As usual, Taro has an issue with a customer who... That's a penis. But like another case of
Deja vu, I just been this time before.
the irate customer gets a Sononi Lucky bastard. He's got a penis on a stick and a Sononi kiss? This guy out here living life to maximum level. With everything set, it's now finally time for the Jiro's bitch ass gotta stay interfering, making things even for a hot second with
Deja vu, I just been this time before.
Minoru shows up trying to lay waste to Taro. But of course, with a Hitotsuki around, the bros show up just like last time. Luckily, they managed to take the fight elsewhere, leaving Taro to handle the business. But in a dual strike attack, Taro is left with one choice that I called out last time. It's alter form to deflect the blow. Sonoza takes things to the next level with Murasame Unchained. But as if summoning the eternal dragon Shenlong, the skies grow dark and send forth Sonoi. Man busts in with the same fanfare as Taro would, but the folks are now in black, exuding the big Momo energy. Even Taro is feeling into himself this time. But with the newfound energy, they give this man a henshin sequence. And it's pretty damn good. This time he's rocking brand new chesticles, though everyone takes notice to how this man just ain't acting like himself. Taro, on the other hand, welcomes all the similarities to the point that he's enjoying beating himself off. But when new fan favorite character decides to jump into the fray, no, Sonoe, don't! When the Noto finish off the Hitotsuki, it's the same as being dead! Minoru! Sonoe, wanting to detract from the situation, summons Murasame, who pulls an ability, say it with me, right out his ass. Summoning Black Oni Taijin. Look, the transformation sequence is definitely giving some mecha anime vibes, but come on, the CG just ain't even done. Being forced to fight, we get the worst meg fight in the history of DonBrothers. This shit CG even makes the final Black Panther fight look good. Alright, let's just fast forward through this stuff because it's time for Deja Vu! I just been this time before. With Taro and Sonoe facing off where they last ended things, only this time, it's Taro that dies. Hey, Jiro, what are you doing with Taro? So, before properly getting into the rating, I want to address the worst part of this episode. Black Oni Taijin. What the hell is this? So this feels to me like a last minute add-on for the series, and here's a few reasons. First, it's completely CG. Second, is that the CG is of lower quality than the last ones. They usually give the staff a framework to produce the quality we've gotten before for the meg fights, so they've had a couple of months head start before its actual air date. It's part of the reason why we went from CG fights in the beginning, then once we got to the Robo-Taros, that kind of went away until recently when the CG returned, but it was still looking good. And since there was time for that polish, this clearly shows that it was not polished. It seems like a rush job at best. Take this portion out of the episode and it would be a clear 10 out of 10. But we have to include it, and for that reason, this episode is gonna not get a Sonoe rating, but is instead gonna get just an A rating. Still good. Look, everything else we got from this episode was great. The fact that it played itself almost beat for beat with episode 27, down to the waiting aspect and the delivery help, perfection. Even though them technically assisting Taro would have been against most job environments regulations, but it's still great. We even got to see more personality from both Sonoe and Sonoza, making them feel a little bit more than just side Notos, while Sonoe hogs the spotlight. Though from their dynamic, introducing Murasame really feels like the Noto are adding their own sixth member to the squad. But of course, their leader had to join back on in, so that brings us to Sonoe. Now that he's got Taro's juices swimming inside of him, that man's gone crazy. You can tell that this guy's having fun in taking on this new persona, and it shows the range in his acting, since I feel it's probably easier to nail down being serious than being goofy. You know what I want to see now? Is Taro and Sonoe making their fanfare entrances, but with the dancers and carriers being torn and having to choose to flip between sides. It'll be hilarious. Make it happen, Inoue. I do wish that they did do more with his transformed outfit though. Although the chest can come out and act as a shield, they really need to give this guy a major overhaul. Maybe that could still be coming, with a change of something more ranger-ish? It'll be interesting to see if he starts fighting Sonoe and Sonoza going forward like Taro did with his companions before. The big moment of this episode? Me being vindicated with Jin throwing in that for Jiro to match Taro, he's gonna have to unify his sides. Which means we're likely gonna end up getting an upgrade for Jiro down the line. Hopefully it looks better than the ugly ass mess that we're gonna be getting next week. But we shall see. Otherwise, I'm still upset that they killed off my man Minoru like that, but maybe he can find a way to return from within that cube space with all the other dead folks. Maybe he can change into the Time Ranger, or maybe even the Zu-Oger Hitotsuki to break himself out. After all, if there's anyone who could pull it off, it would be him. So, what did you think about this week's Deja Vu? I just been this time before. DonBrothers. Massive amounts of Sonoe, more Sonoe showing up, and did I mention Sonoe? Anyway, that's it from me. I will see you all next week for the clusterfuck of gold. Bye.